Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and I have a little twofer for you today. So today is our sketches revisited for Christy's 30 Days of Sketches that I do with Moira and Amber. And so we're using this sketch from PageMax, which is awesome. And then we are doing Everyday Inspiration. So I'm going to go through the sketch a little bit, and then I will switch over and show you the inspiration piece. So I am starting with several pieces of paper from my How to Kill a Kit with Style, and I am layering them up with torn edges. Now in the sketch you can see that it really only has probably one piece of paper with like a tiny strip on the top and bottom of that piece of paper, but I am going to add 4 different pieces of paper from this collection. And there's really no rhyme or reason to which ones I picked. It's just gonna be a colorful layout, and I love it. So I am using a cute picture of a baby Hudson. I decided to start on his baby book now that he's, over 1. But my goal is by the time he's 2. So I think I can get that done. I don't think that's a big deal. Now that I have my layers, I decided that it needed a little mixed media. I know there's no mixed media in the sketch, but I'm going to do mixed media anyway. So I have this beautiful shimmers from Spiegel Mom's Scraps, and it is called Sunny. And I am just going to use the packaging technique. Now, this paper is not gessoed. And that's because I didn't really care if it moved. It is fun. I really do love to put shimmers on a piece of paper and add some water and just let it like flow around like the ocean, or pool water or whatever. But in this case I was like, no, I want it on. I don't really want to wait around forever for it to dry. I did not stick my heat gun to it, and I would say it didn't warp hardly at all, which is amazing because it's a super cheap piece of white cardstock from a paper pad from Walmart. It's kind of textury. I did water down some of the shimmers to see if I could get some splatters with that paintbrush. But looking at it after it's dried, not really so much. So I have attached my layers, and I am actually using Elmer's tape runner. Even though it's in that purple container, the refills are actually the Elmer's. So I am going to use this super cute picture of Hudson, or so I think. So I love it, and I get it on there, and somewhere I must have laid it down on the shimmers. So then I thought, well, maybe I can just take a baby wipe and rub it off. No, I just put baby wipe fibers all over the picture. It was ridiculous. I'm like, okay, well, that one I'm going to have to reprint. But I have several pictures, so I'm just going to grab another one. So this is the one I'm going to use. This is when Hudson was born. And I do want to mat it in this yellow. So I am going to trim it down a little bit. It's not a 4x6. Well, obviously, because I cut it down. I mean, it's not a 4x4. It's not completely square, but it's, it's trimmed. So I'm going to back it in the yellow. And then I grabbed a couple of my other scraps from a couple of other layouts. That black and white polka dot and that red heart, and I am going to layer it behind there. So now you can see that in the upper left hand corner it has changed from the amazing sketch to now our inspiration piece, which is a perfect summer inspiration piece. This comes from Lisa. I'm like crazy jealous that this is her backyard and this is how she gets to spend her summer, because yeah, having a pool would be amazing. My husband thinks that we should put a pool in our next house, and I don't know if I'm too practical, or maybe stingy is the word. But they cost a lot of money, and it's a lot of upkeep. I mean, I guess if I had a lot of money and a pool boy to take care of it, that probably wouldn't be so bad. I mean, I got Lucas, but he's not going to be around forever, unfortunately. Well, I guess fortunately, I honestly do not want my kids to live with me forever. I would like them to live close so that I can see them when I want, even when they don't want me to. But I don't want them living with me. So I gotta figure out how to make that happen. I don't think he has any desire to live with me. I do remember one time he was under the coffee table and he said, "Mom, I'm gonna stay here forever." And I was like, okay. He was like 3. I mean, he didn't obviously stay under the coffee table forever. But yeah. So because my picture has changed, my title has changed a little bit. So I'd gone through the ephemera and I pulled this phrase that looks like little, I don't know what, they almost look like little top tips of fingers. And it says fresh and I think I used the other part. Oh, it was supposed to say fresh and delish. So I used the delish already, so I'm going to use the sweet. So the title is going to be fresh and sweet, which I thought was perfect since it's a newborn picture. And I loved the love, so I'm definitely going to get that on there. So that could be like subtitle if you wanted, something like that. So now I decided in the sketch they had that kind of border on the top. And so I'm pulling 2 stickers from the sticker sheet. And I love them because they are 12 by 12. They fit completely across the page. Like, I don't know why anybody makes a border sticker that doesn't fit all the way across the page. That drives me crazy. But this one is amazing. So there is that. So let's talk a little bit about the inspiration that I pulled from the photo. So I did pull the colors because they're very summery and they're bright. And there's a lot of that going on. But what I really pulled from this was the water and the way that my mixed media on the bottom. Now, if I had chose blue, it probably would have looked like water a little bit better. But that kind of watery look. So yes, I briefly glanced at the colors and I have all of those colors in my layout, but I really focused on kind of that movement of the water and the fact that there are things sitting on the water. So you can tell that the mixed media is underneath, and then everything's kind of sitting on top. So there's my rationale as far as my inspiration for this everyday photo. So make sure that you head down below. So I will have the Sketch Sunday with Moira and Amber's links, and then I will have everyday inspiration, which is Christy, Daisy, Dollie, Lisa, and Jen, and I. But you're already here, so. So I am just going to do some finishing touches. Now my finishing touches are going to be a banana sticker that is yellow that's going to go underneath that love word because I want to get it used. When else am I going to use it? I use the banana paper. That was pretty good. And then a couple of other stickers. I have some hearts and some stars, 2 tiny word stickers that say sweetness and adventure. And then a little arrow that says sweet as honey, which is kind of cute because there's yellow all over the page and that's kind of honeyish. And I am going to finish it off with some Spiegelmom scrap sequins, and these are Touch of Sun. And I am out of my Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. probably that you heard me whine about yesterday. So I'm using the Zots Bling, which work really good. But once you stick it down, I will say moving it, you have potential of tearing your paper. So keep that in mind if you're using them. But I can tell you these sequins probably will never come off. These are like the stickiest Zots ever. And I know Daisy uses them all the time, and I can totally see why. So there are my sequins floating on top of the water. So I am using my crystal katana and just sticking it to the Zots and then pulling it off with my finger and sticking it down. So that basically comes down in a vertical line from the top to the bottom, and then I just put 2 little ones over by that love and that heart. So that is going to be my layout today, 2 baby Hudson layouts in a row. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I would love to chat with you. I would love to hear what you would take from this inspiration, because we all take things that are different. And if you're playing with the sketch, please tag one of us as well. So remember to wear your crown, and we'll see you later. Bye.